Hello everyone, this is Rexer of the YouTube and Twitch channel NotQuiteThereGaming, bringing you Endless Space, or rather my complete lack of capability while playing Endless Space. We're gonna see if I think it sucks as badly as Endless Legend, or hopefully, and this is my impression so far, it is actually better than Endless Legend even though it came first. Specifically, so far I think Endless Space is better than Endless Legend because it doesn't try to make its combat seem tactical. The combat in Endless Space is going to be a lot more simplistic and overtly chance-based, whereas the combat in Endless Legend was a fucking disaster. So, before we get into things, I'm going to show you that I am somewhat marginally competent by giving you a sneak peek at the game that I used to get into this. This is the first Endless Space game that I've ever actually played. You can see here that it's not a very big map, yada yada. I do have quite a few colonies. This is kind of what it looks like, by the way, if you have never seen it before. These are your planets. And these are the influence areas. I have a big influence area here, so things are doing well, presumably. Is it turn-based? It's turn-based. It's turn-based. It's kind of like Civilization in space, sort of. So this is a game that I was doing reasonably well in, and probably if I suck tonight, I'm going to go back to this game and have a really good time. Because pretty much everything from there to here is my colonies, and the AI is comparatively less advanced. Everything was going well in this one, so that is why we're going to be starting over. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Well, of course it doesn't. You tuned into a Rexer stream, so of course it doesn't make sense. We're gonna start over with normal difficulty. We're gonna have normal game speed. Sadly, this game does not have any sort of a campaign, neither does Endless Legend, which is kind of a disappointment, but it is multiplayer balanced, I would guess. We're gonna be playing against AI though to get a feel for the game right now. So, we're also gonna have size small galaxy. The last one was size tiny, 32 star systems scattered in a 70 parsec galaxy. We're gonna have 3 empires because I hate my life and I wanna die. And like I said, difficulty normal, so this is gonna suck if it oh my god. We're also going to be playing this game, like Endless Legend, has a lot of factions that you can pick, and they're reasonably well detailed and designed. The factions in Endless Legend, which is, for those of you who don't know, the more fantasy style counterpart to this game, are a little bit better designed because the game is simply newer and you get better art and stuff like that. But I think this was actually the first game that this company ever did. I'm not entirely sure, but it is still good right now. Anyway, we have a lot of stuff like the United Empire. We have this text which scrolls like that instead of appearing all at once, which is stylized but a little bit inconvenient when I'm trying to showcase all the factions. Cravers, these guys are warlike. Horatio. Gameplay expand, population / wonder victory type Sophons. Scientists, main victory type scientific. Sowers, neutral, gameplay construction, wonder military victory type. Hisho, evil, conquest glory, military population. Pilgrims, good, exploration diplomacy, victory type diplomacy military. Amoeba, exploration diplomacy, victory type diplomacy / military. Harmony, whoops. Harmony is the faction that is added in the expansion for this game. And it has some interesting mechanics that are very unlike the other factions, but I'm not going to get into Harmony as the first faction I seriously play, because then I'm not going to be able to pick up any of the other ones. It does away with, I believe, the equivalent of currency in this game, which is called dust, and it has some other sorts of mechanics to replace that, which are rather interesting and entertaining, but we're not going to get into it now. Exploration and isolationist. Main victory type wonder/population. Walters defense/science. Main victory type scientific. That wouldn't be a bad one. And Sheridan was what I was playing. Alignment evil. Gameplay colonialist. You know, that was not far off from how I was playing them. And main victory type economic/military. So I was actually playing to the faction's strengths, even though I didn't realize it, by trying to colonize as many star systems as I could and going for an economic victory. I think we're gonna be playing Automatons though, because as much as I can figure it out, this faction is economic/diplomatic victory, gameplay peaceful and isolationist, and that's what I'm going for. After coming from Endless Legend, I really don't want to mess too much with the combat mechanics that these guys have for their games. We're gonna get into them anyway, because we need to see what they're about. But I would rather play for economics and diplomacy, which is, I would say, the strength of even Endless Legend when I was playing it, and from what I've seen, it is pretty well developed in Endless Space as well. Right. We got all sorts of bonuses and negatives over here, which probably not gonna be able to make sense of. By the way, I'm curious about the Sheridan. Dust congruity. Heroes reach 30% dust of system they are orbiting. That is a siege thing, I think. Generates additional dust per population on each planet. Ooh. Strong alloys. Plus 40% health on ships. Whoa. Asceticism, luxury bonus, and Sheridan integrity per deal broken. Meh. Automatons have a lot of bonuses like optimistic, crowded planets, more population on their planets, diplomats, 50% trade route bonuses on systems, strong alloys, meh, symbiosis, trade routes bonuses per cooperation treaty on system, and some other stuff that is mostly about defensive fighting styles, which is what I will be hopefully using in this little attempt here. So we're playing with the Automatons, and I have to check if there is actual movement on the stream, because fucking Starbound. Yeah. This is what we will be going into right now. Conquering the galaxy. One planet and one solar system at a time. I left the tutorials on just so you guys and or gals can see what this game is about while I do the same. I've run through most of the tutorial, but I haven't finished it yet with the Sheridan. I think there are like one or two things I haven't looked at yet.
They were the lone children of an extinct race, tending their biospheres in silent homage to the departed Rayans. A nation of pacifists interested only in advancing their knowledge of biology. Their sudden discovery of the greater galaxy left them even more withdrawn and isolationist. It has not, however, made them lose their sense of duty, and any nation that confuses pacifist for weak will learn a harsh lesson. Humble and patient, the automatons seek only to be left in peace.
See, that's what I mean by really good design on the factions. Like, they have some really interesting stories, they have some really interesting visual designs. But so far in Endless Legend, the other Endless game that I've played, the combat was so infuriating. So hopefully it's not the same case for Endless Space. Welcome to the tutorials! The most exciting thing of any game! No, it's not. But hopefully if I read these for you, you will be slightly less bored. Welcome to a new game of Endless Space. This tutorial will guide you through a series of screens explaining the game mechanics. If you disable the tutorial with the button below, you can reactivate it in the game options. Okay, that's not that important. This screen is an overview of the game galaxy. Here we go. Your home system is centered on the screen. Zoom in out using the mouse wheel, blah blah blah. Basic controls. The control banner at the top of the screen gives you access to the different departments of your empire. Over here, hovering over these icons displays status information. It's kind of similar to Endless Legend, so I wasn't too confused when I got into this. You conquer the galaxy by colonizing star systems. Each star system holds up to 6 diverse planets. The dots over the star system name, these ones right here, indicate the number and type of planets. Blue are already colonized. White planets are colonizable. Red planets cannot be colonized yet. And by the way, this is something that I found out on my own. If you colonize a star system with a colony ship, you can then colonize the other planets in the star system without having to build more colony ships. You just have to queue up a certain project to send people from one of the planets to another planet, and then it gets colonized. So you only need to build colony ships in order to colonize other star systems, not other planets. And red planets will eventually turn white if you get the proper research, which is very entertaining, honestly. It's very entertaining to open up more planets to colonize. Why is it more entertaining? Because the economic power, if you will, of the star system just skyrockets when you get more planets to colonize, and I love it. Stars are connected by cosmic strings, natural links which allow fast travel. Other more advanced means of traveling can be unlocked later, so these ones right here. There is, I think, a kind of a smoky line as well, and you can't travel through that until you unlock something like wormhole research, which is interesting, which I had in my previous game, and it basically cut off half the galaxy for me and half the galaxy for the AI. So that was very interesting. I'm hoping that there will be some sort of a delimitation mechanic like that in this galaxy that we just rolled, but you never know. The flag above a star system informs that a unique exploration event awaits the very first player to travel this far. So if you've watched any of my Endless Legend playthrough, they have ruins in there, which is something you have to search, but in this game, every star system that has not been explored yet by anyone, mostly, has one of these events. It might give you extra dust, it might give you some extra knowledge, some extra science, maybe it doesn't give you anything. We'll see. I haven't found them all yet. When an important event occurs, usually at the beginning of the turn, an icon appears, so these ones right here. Clicking on the icon will open a detail panel which you can either minimize or dismiss, like the icon. The auto cycle button allows you to review all your fleets that remain around planets waiting for your orders. This one right here, and this one is the auto move button. Yeah, all planned moves of your fleets can be executed automatically thanks to the forced move button. Once you have completed all of your actions for the turn, press the end turn button, because nobody knew what that did. Shocking revelation! Okay, so this is our little automaton colony, and this is the galaxy. It's purple, it has a big black thingy in the middle, which is apparently transparent if you zoom in on it. Slightly disappointed by that. And we have some interesting volume 3D volume stars here, if you will. So I like that. It's very basic, but also has some nice touches that I enjoy. Right. Okay. The music seems nice. I don't know if you can hear it properly. Hopefully it won't get copyright matched on YouTube. And then again, you never know. Some rapper or another might have used the Endless Space music to start his rap songs, just like Heroes of Might and Magic. Motherfuckers. Right, let's see what's over here. Hero available. We have 3 heroes available, or is it 4? No, 3. Usually start with 3 options, and we're gonna look at that in a moment. Chronicles of the Lost. The galaxy is vast and its secrets too many to count. Given the many civilizations that have risen and fallen since the advent of intelligent life, it is certain that great knowledge, vast riches and gruesome tales all await the hand of the intrepid voyager. As space is further explored and more systems become homes for new colonists, bit by bit the secrets of the old peoples will see the light of day. What more is there to learn of the Endless and their allies and enemies? Only time and dust and tenacity will bring the answer. Dust is kind of basically the gold of the Endless games, Endless Legend and Endless Space, but it also has applications as sort of a magic fueling mechanic and an ability fueling mechanic, so it's not just a currency. It's kind of a sort of an artifact substance or something, if you will. Right. Also, on the subject of the Endless and Dust, there is a planet called Auriga in the galaxy somewhere, which will give you vast scientific bonuses if you find it, and it is tied to these Endless that you see right here, which are a race of progenitors, if you will, an elder race that has vanished from the galaxy. And if you find Auriga, you get access to some bonuses to your scientific development. I found Auriga in my playthrough with the Sheridan, but we'll see if I manage to get my hands on it with the Automatons, or if the enemy AI gets it, which is probably a lot more likely, in which case I will be very better. Right, dismiss this. We are in 3000 AD. And I have 2 fleets. Alright, now what should we take a look at next? I think this is the science, this is the empire, military, diplomacy, and this is academy. Let's take a look at the academy. Actually, to make sense of the bonuses that the heroes have, maybe we should take a look at the star system first. Right, this screen shows a star system status and allows you to manage its production. By the way, this is just a screenshot, it's not the actual star system. The star system name is displayed here. Oh my god, I never would have realized. It also says that it is an outpost. This might be explained later. Click on it to change it if you wish. Oh, I didn't know that, actually, I didn't realize. Maybe we will change some star system names. A star system produces 4 basic outputs: food, industry, dust, and science. The grain is food, the cogs are industry, the little atom is science, and this thing right here, this kind of almost coinish thing, but not really, is dust. Together they are known as FIDS, food, industry, dust, and science. So it's the initials, an acronym. A star system population increases when there is sufficient food output. Sorry. I think I'm gonna sneeze soon. The more population units the planet has, the more FIDS it will generate. The star system's approval represents how happy the people are in the system. This will affect the FIDS output. Your system contains up to 6 planets of various types. You start with one colonized planet and may need more advanced technology to colonize new planet types. The base FIDS production of each planet is multiplied by its current population, then added to the system's FIDS. When you control more than one planet in a system, you can drag and drop population units between them to optimize the FIDS output. Oh! I didn't realize that either, so we're still learning here. In the development panel, you can add star system improvements or ships to the production queue. So, available, in production, and these are the ships currently in system. Once a construction has been selected, it will appear in the star system production queue. Yep, next to it you can see the number of turns required to complete it. If you hover over the dust symbol, you can see the cost required to complete the construction in one turn. Click the symbol if you wish to spend your money to make it rain. You can drag and drop the items to change their order in the queue. Hangar. When a spaceship is built, it is stored in the system's hangar. The ships will remain in the hangar until you assemble it into a fleet. I think they also don't really cost that much. I think it's not that they... I'm not entirely sure. Sweenax says, this game seems very interesting and good. Well, here's hoping you're right, Sweenax. I think units that are in the hangar don't cost as much upkeep as they would if they were in a fleet. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I have read that somewhere before. Some star system improvements have an upkeep cost. They can be scrapped if your Empire treasury runs low. Yeah. Reserve, one ship, 2 improvements minus dust. I think that's what they mean right there. That's the cost, the upkeep cost. You can assign a hero to govern a star system. I had a very good governor in the last game I played. I'm hoping for a repeat. Unless you are playing Harmony Faction, which, well, we're gonna get to that. Depending on their specializations, the hero can provide bonuses in things like production output, defense, etc. If luxury or strategic resources are present, over here, they become available throughout your empire. These resources allow advanced construction and can be traded with friendly empires. If an enemy fleet is in orbit, that star system is in a blockade. It can no longer share resources with you or any other empires. When you are at peace with at least one empire, trade routes will automatically open up because they provide bonuses in dust and science. A star system under blockade with an enemy fleet present loses all its trade routes. You can click on a planet to zoom in, and if colonized, access to the advanced planetary options, which we will be doing right now. There we go. This is the planet. Clicking on a planet provides details of the planet. From here you can select advanced planetary options. Not that many though. Planet types vary in terms of FIDS output, indeed. A planet may hold an anomaly which can alter for better or worse its FIDS and other values. It may also hold a wonder, a natural or an endless one, which gives a boost to the planet or the whole system. To activate an endless wonder, the structure must be rebuilt first. So Auriga, for example, has an endless wonder for science, at least the one that I found in last game had. Right. Anomaly, resource, ionic, blah blah blah. It's a rare resource, size small, type tundra, output, local population. The gray ones are available, and the ones that fill out with blue are the ones that are currently actually full. The population that you actually have. And the gray ones are max, I mean. Colonize, this is the colonize button I was talking about. A planet may also hold a luxury or strategic resource, which usually require research of a specific technology to receive those bonuses. The planet population is defined by maximum white and blue current blue values. The current value represents the active population, which is multiplied by the base FIDS output of the planet to determine its contribution to the system FIDS. Once you have colonized a star system from a ship, you can colonize other planets inside that system from the planet view, provided you have discovered the right technology for that planet type. Apparently, I only read some of these tutorials when I first played, so it's great we're doing this again. Right. There are many development options for a planet once it has been colonized. Each planet can have one type of exploitation, which specializes its producing one of the FIDs. You can only have one exploitation at a time on a planet, but you can replace it with a different one any time, except it just takes time to, rebuild. Some negative anomalies can be countered by anomaly reduction options. Anomaly reduction. When the proper technology has been discovered, when unlocked through research, terraforming options allow you to change one planet type to another. I think these come at a cost, usually, as well. It will be apparent in the terraforming technology that you research. So maybe you can morph it to a terran planet to a desert planet, but the people on the planet will become very pissed off that you did that, and stuff like that. A planet may have a moon. Once you have done a moon survey, the moon may reveal a hidden temple. These temples can provide critical advantages to the star system and even to your empire. Colonization, exploitations, anomaly reductions, terraformations, and moon surveys are all stacked in the system construction queue, which will implement them one at a time. So you build per system, not per planet. Alrighty. Now this is a rather lovely looking planet, if I do say so myself. Let's see what it is all about. I'm hoping it will be mostly food, because if I have a major food bonus, I will grow population faster, and then I can produce colony ships faster. Let's see. Missing technology, adaptive colonies, anomaly reduction. Oh, we have hell grounds. God damn it. Oh, wait a minute, that's not bad. +3 per population on planet, but -30 approval. An unfortunate side effect of Tan Erbo's horticultural tampering. These large carnivorous orange plants will aggressively defend their territory. While they are potentially dangerous, they also have delicious fruit that can be used to make a wide variety of excellent candies. There are 2 risks when colonizing this planet then. Aggressive foliage and tooth decay. Yeah. This game has a lot of flavor and I love that. So it's a jungle planet. It has a lot of production. And a lot of it has food and industry. Nice. Medium effects. And these are the exploitation options. +1. Wait a minute. Let's see. +1 food per citizen on jungle. We're only interested in jungle here. +1 per on planet on tundra. Yeah, it's N+ on planet, so it's gonna be a +2 per citizen, I guess, if we match the type with one of those listed there. So for example, this one should give +2 per citizen, +2 food per citizen, because it's +1 per jungle and +1 per planet, I think. And this one will just give +1 per planet because we don't have a jungle thing in there. No jungle thing in here, no jungle thing in here, so we're gonna exploit with some food. Let's see. Also have this option right here. Later converts 33% of industry into science after we've done all the other things. So I'm just gonna queue this up afterwards. By the way, I have no idea if for some reason someone that has played this game before is looking at the stream or on the videos. I have no idea why, but when I started playing this game, a build that I wanted to click from here would queue up at the end of the queue here, but after I've done my first load in this game ever, instead of appearing at the end of the queue, so number 2, they always appear in front. I don't know why. I have absolutely no fucking clue, and I would love to switch it back the way it was. Right, we also have, so this is the Janos system. We also have a desert, a arid, and a lava planet. Now it's important to keep track of, and the moon on this one. It's important to keep track of how many of a planet type you have, in your overall empire, because you should probably prioritize the colonization research for the planet type that you have the most of next, and take them in order, because that will ensure maximum growth. Right, now that we have a basic understanding of how the planets work, and we also have luxury resource void stones, plus 10 approval on planet, plus 3 dust per population on planet. Wait a minute, I don't think they're exploited yet. No, a void stone is here, and Eden incense is here. Yeah. Invasion per... yeah, they're not exploited yet, they're just available. Now that we have a basic understanding, let's go to the academy and see about the heroes, though, because I'm hoping to get a governor. That will be a help. Not gonna have enough money to recruit it now. I'm probably gonna do it next time. The academy is where you hire or manage heroes, powerful characters who can greatly improve the efficiency of your star system and fleets. The academy is separated into 2 parts: the management of active heroes and the recruitment of new heroes. Click on the lower part. You switch the top and bottom halves of the view. Whenever you enter the screen, it is set to hero management on top, assign or reassign heroes, blah blah blah, inspect their abilities, blah blah blah, and hero recruitment on the bottom, a list of available heroes, if any, which is what we're going to have now. When one of the 2 lists is selected, its available actions appear as you select each hero. These actions will depend on the list, manage or recruit, and the situation of the hero, not hired, idle, injured, assigned to a fleet, etc. When you start the game, some heroes are available for hire. More will come after a number of turns. To hire a hero, select the recruit list, select the hero, and click the hire button. Oh my god! This will deduct the hiring cost from your treasury. No way! Once a hero is hired, his/her upkeep cost will be subtracted from your empire treasury each turn. Minor gripe: when I was playing Endless Legend, the hero upkeep for Endless Legend was ludicrously fucking huge after a while. So I'm hoping, and from what I've seen so far, it seems to be the case, that the heroes in Endless Space do not try to bankrupt you by asking you for so much money that you can't even pay them from an entire fucking empire. Because goddamn. Yeah, it's just going to take the complete financial output of 10 cities to pay your fee. That sounds reasonable to me. Off with his head, goddammit. If you're having financial problems, you can expel a hero to save dust, but he will leave your empire permanently, and in Endless Legend at least, that also makes the hero available to be recruited by enemy factions. This game is complicated, but in a good way, hopefully. We'll see if that's the same case in Endless Space. Like, a lot of things that I have a gripe with in Endless Legend hopefully will not be the case for Endless Space. But I will gripe about them anyway because I like to bitch. The standard activity for an active hero is to manage a fleet and suck up your gold. I mean, to manage a fleet or a star system, which you perform by clicking on the assign buttons in the manage list. The game also offers many shortcuts to assign heroes directly from the star system view or fleet view interfaces indeed. If you want to know more about a hero, you can click the inspect button to check out their information and abilities. The Horatio faction is allowed to clone a new hero at the same level thanks to a specific button in the academy, which is broken as shit. Right, so let's have a look at the heroes here. We can recruit one of these, and we have their specialties here. Hero class pilot, hero class corporate. We have hero class administrator, this one is looking good, and commander, blarg. We have administrator and adventurer. Now the really great governor that I had last time was also an administrator and an adventurer. So I'm actually going to click this guy first and see if it's what I'm looking for. He will cost 20 dust to recruit. I only have 10 right now, but I should have enough by next turn, or at least at most 2 or 3 more turns. The hero inspection panel displays critical information about a hero. It also allows you to select new abilities as your hero progresses in skill, which happens much faster in this game than in Endless Legend, let me tell you. A hero's overall power is defined by their level, which is the same for both classes. Either that, or I'm just clicking enter much faster, which might be the case. So, overall power is defined by their level. Each hero has 2 classes out of 5 possibilities, which determine their abilities to perform certain missions. Some heroes will be more adapted to governing star systems, others to commanding fleets. Corporate and administrator over there. The upkeep cost of the hero needs to be paid each turn by your empire and increases as the hero gains level, but not by a huge amount. Because look, this is just 20 dust per turn, and at least from what I've done with what I've played with Sheridan, you make a lot more than 20 dust per turn from an empire. However, yeah, at level 12, and it's gonna take a while to get to level 12. In Endless Legend, it was more like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay 48 dust or something at level 6, and your empire only produces 30 per turn. Good luck with that, asshole! The upkeep cost of the hero needs to be paid each turn by your empire. Hopefully not going to go bankrupt. The hero attributes determine the bonus they bring to a star system or fleet. These attributes can be increased by selecting certain abilities when the hero gains a level. We're going to have to take a look at these individually. Like, each one of these has an effect. Offense and defense are pretty self-explanatory. That's for combat. Labor, wit, and melee. I don't know what melee does exactly. Wit and labor have impacts on different areas of the FIDs. So I think one of them will impact research and dust, and the other one will impact food and production. I don't know which yet. We're going to take a look in a second. When a hero has gained enough experience governing a star system or commanding a fleet, they gain a new level and can unlock a new abilities. There we go. That's the level up counter. These are the actual abilities. As long as you have ability points left, you can select an ability to acquire it for the hero. And they're very, very big bonuses, I would say. Very, very big bonuses. So I love it. This area summarizes all the bonuses provided by the hero. Yay! Okay. Here's hoping that this guy has some good skills. No, he doesn't. He has labor only, and he has offense and defense, which I don't actually want because he's gonna be a governor. Fuck. He has a wit of 0. Hero skill with dust and science. And labor is food and production. It could be worse. And melee is what? Defense on star system. Oh, okay. We're gonna read his story if we actually decide to recruit him, because otherwise I don't give a shit. Damage on fleet weapons, max damage min. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. I'm sorry, I don't. 15 defense on star system, 15% defense on star system, which will be very useful because the automatons have a lot of raw defense that they can add later on. So the percentage increase is going to be nice. 30% this thingy on fleet, I think that's movement, I'm not sure. 16% defense on fleet defenses. 16% this on fleet defenses, and 8% food and production on star system. So this guy is actually not a very strong administrator. He has a lot more things boosting fleets and administration, which is very disappointing for me right now. We have this guy, administrator and commander. He has 9 labor. Fucking hell yeah! This guy he's supposed to be an administrator and a commander, but he actually has better administration stats than the other guy. Damage min, damage max, blah blah blah, fleet, and 18% food and 18% production on star system. Nice. Now this guy is not optimal, but I suppose he's probably gonna be the best I can do. And we have corporate lady over here. Ooh, she's got pretty nice administrative stats as well. Pilot is, by the way, I'm not sure if these subclasses govern what sort of special abilities you get from leveling. Probably do. Great for heroic fighting in space or on the ground. Can make space maneuvers like no other. Useful mostly as admiral in fleets. And corporate means great for science, dust, luxury, and strategic resource production. Useful mostly as a governor in star system. And this guy is administrator, great for faster construction and food production. Useful mostly as governor in star systems and commander, experienced in leading fleets into battle, especially good with strategy. Useful mostly as admiral in fleets. I wish I would have more clearly defined governor type heroes. Right now, this is a really shit hero selection. Like this is crap. This is I don't really know much about the game, but this is crap because this guy, he's kind of an administrator, but not really. This guy is kind of an administrator, but sort of dabbles. This girl is kind of an administrator, but kind of, you know, like sort of. So they're not really governors, but they're not really fleet commanders either. And next hero in 50 turns, like, this is gonna be fucking sucky. I think so far I like this guy best though, because he has labor at 9, which should prove useful for early game, because labor gives you +2 food and production, which I really want. I would have loved it if he actually had points in wit, but he doesn't. This guy has only points in labor, and he has a lot less, so I'm not gonna pick him. And she only has points in wit. So I'm probably going to try and lead up with a Sundered, and then I'm gonna get this lady for another star system and try to research something with her. No money yet. Next turn. Actually, on that note, let's go to the Empire screen. So, this screen gives you an overview of your Empire. You can also perform actions on your star system from here. This is your Empire Dust Treasury, as well as the projected income loss for the next turn, which I'm hoping we will be able to see after we close the screen. Lol. This is your Empire's approval rating. The more content your citizens are, the more they will produce and research, and the faster your population will grow. Empire approval is the average of each star system's approval weighted by population. Increasing your tax rate here, this lovely slider, will increase your dust production but will reduce your approval. Oh, who would have thought? Reducing the tax rate will have the opposite effect. The list of star systems can be sorted in different ways by clicking on the header tab for each column. Very nice. Clicking on the appropriate cell allows you to manage a planet's population, assign heroes, change the production queues, and manage the ships in hangar. You can also ask the AI to take over a system's management, which we won't be doing because I want the management. Select the area you want the AI to focus on from the drop-down list. Fuck no. This is a quick overview of all the bonuses, penalties that currently affect your empire, bleh, and trade routes. And 9, these are all the actions you can perform on all of your systems simultaneously. System actions, these things right here. Scrap useless improvements, or explore all moons, or reduce all anomalies. The Empire view is slightly different when playing a Harmony faction. There we go. As Harmony, your dust treasury is set to 0 and will remain that way for the due to their aversion for this resource. As sentient rocks, they have no concept of approval. Population growth, production, and research will continue without any issues of approval or morale, because they're rocks. Increasing your conversion rate will also increase your science production, but will reduce your food production. Reducing the conversion rate will have the opposite effect, mind and matter. The Harmony need only 3 luxury and strategic resources to obtain an abundance bonus. As a consequence of their dust intolerance, Harmony cannot buy out construction, but do not have upkeep costs. The Harmony do not see any interest in hiring heroes corrupted by dust, and thus will not hire them for fleets or systems. So Harmony plays a lot differently, and I'll be looking to try that at some point, but not yet. Okay, so we are producing 3 dust per turn. If I up this, I usually prefer to go, like last time, I think I prefer to go 30%. That's kind of a sweet spot for that empire, at least, between how much approval you get and how much you harm your income. But unhappy. Content would be... I don't... Unhappy. Oh my god, strike. No! Let's see. Yeah, this does affect... like this. You can see right here the output. So 35% would be the sweet spot, but I kind of want to go for this much, 45%. Because I want to get access to that hero as soon as possible. That's just me, at least. Right. We have a few more tutorial screens to bear through. This panel is for managing fleets and ships in Galaxy View. The spaceship symbol next to your home planet represents one or more fleets. When you click on the symbol, a fleet control panel appears and the fleet or fleets are selected. In the fleet list, half of the planet left, you can see the details of each fleet. Selecting an individual fleet displays the list of ships in that fleet on the right. Details, you can drag and drop ships from fleet to fleet. Once a fleet is selected, order it to move by right-clicking on a destination. The fleet will start moving, but may take more than one turn to arrive at its destination. Technology advances will speed up this movement. The fleet control panel also has some special actions which will blink when available. Like colonize is one of these. I forget which. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one is actually colonize. For example, when a fleet containing a colony ship orbits a star system, you can press the blinking colonize button. The invasion action triggers a siege to conquer an enemy's system. You will also have the choice to send bombs or land troops in order to speed your invasion if you have enough power and the proper modules are installed. Right now we have this fleet right here. Actually, we have two. We have Alpha Fleet, which is a scout, and we have Beta Fleet, which is a workshop. That's a really weird thing. Populate a planet in the star system this fleet is orbiting. We could add some more population to our current colony here, but we don't want to do that, actually. Uncharted star system, binary star. Right, my lovelies. So this is what we're gonna do, and this will either make or break this particular playthrough. We're gonna send Alpha Fleet. Which one of these star systems looks more interesting? Protostar, a young star that is weak and cold. Uncharted binary star. I think I'm going to send the I'm actually going to send the workshop over to the binary star. Hopefully it'll be colonizable. If not, I don't know. White dwarf, white sun, and the blue sun. I'll send the scout over to the blue sun. Hopefully one of these is going to be colonizable. I want to colonize another star system really fast. Okay. Now let's go back to the system. We'll go back to the ships. Workshops are colony ships. Minus 100% on population growth. On star system we have 3 populations, so we can actually do some workshops. Alright. 4 turns to get this done. 20 turns to get this done. I have to do it though. Right. We have the military screen, we also have the diplomacy screen, and we have the science screen, which we have to take a look at right now. This screen allows you to research new technologies to improve your empire. What a lovely and straightforward way to research things. Well, actually it's a lot more straightforward than some other things. The technologies are divided into 4 main categories. The farther away from the center, the more advanced the technology is. Exploration and expansion allows you to navigate faster and farther, unlock new spaceship hulls, and colonize or improve new planet types. Applied sciences are for improving your empire's economy and sciences, as well as discovering strategic resources. Diplomacy and trades helps you in agriculture, diplomacy, and finance. I will need to at least get to the peace offering thing in this particular tree as soon as possible to make peace with the other two empires and try to not... I'm going to try to do this as much as possible without having to build huge fleets. I just want to focus on the economy. Helps you in agriculture, diplomacy, and finance, and also helps you manage your citizens. And Galactic Warfare unlocks new combat modules to outfit your ships and makes ships more efficient in combat. When you click on a technology, you select it and its associated modules for research technology, and technologies are researched one at a time, and research advances to the next queued technology when one is complete. You can consult your research rate and queue technologies in this panel. You can use the mouse wheel to mouse wheel or scale control. What? To zoom in or out. Yay! When you zoom in all the way, you can see the details of each research option. Much tutorial was had this day. Each technology has a research cost in science points that is directly converted into the number of turns it takes to research. When technology research is complete, blue, it unlocks improvements of various kinds. Star system improvements, new ships, new ship hulls, planetary exploitations, basically everything in the fucking game. Technologies are connected by dependencies. To research a technology, you must have discovered at least one technology connected to it, closer to the center of the wheel. The technology currently being researched is surrounded by a green wave pattern. Other technologies in the research queue are also colored in green. Some technologies are specific to the empire you play. Those have an orange icon. If you are looking for a specific technology or module improvement, simply type a keyword in the quick find box and hit return, because you're gonna need it, bitch. You can then cycle through the matching elements. Excellent. All we need to do now is figure out where we want to go here. So these are the technologies, and you can actually... You get a little blurb about the technology, but what you really want to do is mouse over these things, which are... I don't know, in the bottom right side of the actual technology panel, to see what you actually get. So luxury resource exploitation, you get this. You also get star system improvement if you research this. Defense, dense orbitals, +1 population on planets. And we get star system improvements, sustainable farms. Ooh, farmy. And planetary exploitation, this actually improves the planetary exploitation for this type of exploitation. So plus food on jungle, ocean, yada yada yada. So probably this one would be better for us to start with, because we're going to have one of these exploitations, and why not improve it? There is also star system improvement, heavy isotope refineries, plus production on star system. Very nice, I would love that. Titanium 70 strategic resource uncovered, and star system improvement, public-private partnerships, +1 science per population on planet. We have here colonize arid. Oh, that would be a nice one. We have an arid colony, an arid planet, colonized tundra. Actually, let's have a look at our star system. This is what I meant. We have an arid, we have lava, and we have desert right now. It would be probably better to wait until I see what other star system I colonize before I make any decisions regarding researching a particular colonization scheme. So we know we have arid, so this one might be a good idea, but maybe I'll colonize another star system and it will have 2 tundra planets in it. And maybe tundra will then become the better option. Isolation shields, and we have warfare, which I will actually try to stay away from. Right. Now I really want to do a lot of science, and this star system improvement, heavy isotope refineries, plus, is it plus on, nothing on jungle, but it is plus on star system, which I would like. How much production do we get in this star system? It would double production on the star system that we are currently on, which would be nice. However, I'm really leaning toward this soil xenobiology for some reason. Influence. Also good to take a look at what other technologies you might unlock with that particular research. On planet, on desert, on arid planetary exploitation. Star system improvements. Ooh, nice. Extreme option exchange. Minus upkeep. Not really an issue right now. And we have the ceasefire and peace thingy. Okay, so I need to make my way over here. I suppose I could wait until we find someone. Some other empire. But, yeah. Might be able to. I really want some more science too. 8 per turn, 8 science per turn. How much? 4 more turns until we get another population. So I don't think we're really stressed out for growing population here. It's already growing at a good rate. So I'm gonna go for the sciencey thing. Or am I going to go for the production thing? Fuck. Production is always a good option. Production it is. And I think you need to press shift to queue things up. So I'm gonna go production, science, and then this right now. We'll see if we change that later. I don't know. How much will it take? 5 turns. Okay, good. And that does it for the first turn. And the first hour. Oh my god.